number of nurses and doctors from Northwest Florida have stepped up and traveled to the epicenters of the virus to try and make a difference. Channel 3's Jennifer Munoz got the chance to sit down with a Pensacola nurse, and Jennifer joins us live this morning with an amazing story. Jennifer.
Hey, Laura. Well, the experience that nurses and doctors are experiencing here is very different from what they're experiencing up in New York City. I got a chance to meet with Ricky Pera. She's a Pensacola nurse who just got back from New York City. She's been working there at an ER. She doesn't want to be called a hero, but the work that nurses like her and doctors are doing up in emergency rooms is helping save lives of people battling with COVID-19. Before the pandemic, registered nurse Ricky Pera worked at Ascension Sacred Heart Hospital. But when elective surgeries were put on pause, her hours were cut.
I couldn't see sitting here and not working when they needed help there. So I went through the credentialing, got on a plane and went.
Pera was sent to work at New York City's Mount Sinai Hospital emergency room to help with COVID-19. She says she wasn't prepared for what she was about to experience.
I was waking up at like 1:30, 2:30 in the morning, and I'm like having panic attacks, like, what am I gonna see today? What's gonna happen today? And then just the walk to work, I'm like, please, I'm saying prayers, please don't let anything bad happen today.
She says the virus played no favorites.
It went from 0 to 100 in a matter of hours. And then next thing you know, we're calling respiratory to get them on a ventilator. And I mean, they were no old people.
Pera worked in the ER for 7 weeks, a total of 228 hours. She says it finally hit home when one of her patients died because morgues were full.
We walk outside and there's a row of trucks and they put them in there. And they stay there till there's some space for them. And that I'm never going to forget seeing.
The one thing that kept Pera going, her daughters.
I called my girls every day, 5 times a day. I called them on break. Mainly her, my Maya. She was like, Mom, I'm proud of you. Keep going. And I'm like, I don't know if I can.
She's now back in Pensacola, reunited with her family, trying to get settled again. She wants people to understand the magnitude of this virus.
And people don't understand, this is really happening. It's not something that was made up. And just because it isn't happening here doesn't mean that it couldn't happen here.
Now, Pera may be heading back up to New York City. She tells me she has been approached about returning and helping teams up there. But she tells me for the moment she's just enjoying her time with her daughters back home in Pensacola. I'll send it back to you guys.